Hello, friends of Skele Vader. It's Ron here. I see I've got two people here joining me. This is exciting. This is my first live, first time doing this. I'm super nervous, of course, because uh, who knows what could go wrong with something like this. I don't even know if you can hear me. So if you can hear me, one of the three people watching, just say yes, I can hear you right there in the chat. That way I know that I'm not just talking to myself. Um, Anyways, it's great to be here. I got really excited this week because I got a really cool. All right, there's DJ Davis, the Dungeon Dive. He's here. Great. That's actually, I'm glad you're here because that's why I wanted to post this video today and go live because it's not often you get something. Well, maybe for some of you, you do, but for me, it's not often that I get something in the mail that just surprises me. And I haven't talked to Mr. Davis in a very long time in person. So when I discovered he had this awesome YouTube channel, folks, if you haven't checked out the Dungeon Dive, you should definitely check out his channel. And he talks about all kinds of games, all kinds of gaming things. And also, I watched him make chili, so he's doing all kinds of stuff on there, and it's a lot of fun to watch. They're nice, long, informative videos. Anyways, I highly recommend you check out his channel. So go there and subscribe to the Dungeon Dive. I'm here because I want to talk about a couple of things that I got this week. And the first thing I got was this package from DJ Davis from the Dungeon Dive, my friend Dan from years back. And he sent me a package with these three items. Now, before I show you what these items are, if you follow my Instagram, you've already seen them. But I want to say something here because Dan, this is really cool. Number one, this figure I had as a kid. My mom's a teacher, and she was a teacher, and she gave a lot of my toys away when I grew out of them. But this guy was one of my favorites, and I haven't been able to find an affordable vintage Buzz Off. And I've been thinking about it, and I got the Origins one when he came out, and it really sort of I never really realized that. I never thought that I had much of a like for him, but I spent a lot of time with this guy as a kid. So when I picked him up from Target and really enjoy having him, and then the Dungeon Dive sends me a vintage Buzz Off. Reading my mind. Dan, I think you're reading my mind. Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, I'm pretty selective collector. I haven't been, graduated to being a completist yet with my master's collection, but I have not yet gotten my hands on the vintage Buzz Off. So thank you so much. This really takes me back to my childhood. He was a staple in all of my activities. But it doesn't end there. So the Dungeon Dive sent three figures. The next one is Sherman from Mr. Peabody's Improbable History from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. And I've been thinking a lot about this guy because I've always kind of felt like him, the person asking the questions, the slightly annoying presence next to the smart person. So I really, really appreciate you sending this my way too, because I've been thinking about him too. But it doesn't end there. So really happy to have him. And then and I swear, like, none of this is BS. None of this is BS. And my wife can vouch for it. I've been thinking about this weirdo for a very long time. I haven't really bid on him on eBay yet, but And I'm glad I didn't, because the Dungeon Dive sent me the Imperious Leader from Battlestar Galactica. And our friend Mark's here. How's it going, Mark? So yeah, and in fact, Mark, I think I was talking to you about this one of the times that we were talking about this stuff. I've been looking for this guy, and he doesn't have his cloak, so I've been scouring the eBay for his cloak. But this guy, yes, yes, Dan, exactly like a fever dream. So I used to have these. I swear you are reading my mind. I used to have these uh, half dreams, where you're falling asleep and you have these dreams as a kid. And I used to imagine this big rock, this lumpy rock, and the head on this guy reminds me of that. But yes, he's a nightmare, and super gross and weird and fantastic. I love the weirdos. I'm gonna get myself a cloak. I did see on eBay somebody's selling one that's like a uh, custom cloak for this guy that has a few more decorations on it. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get him a cloak, but I kind of like his weird naked pink body hair. I never noticed his sort of tentacle toes, which is really cool. No one remembers him. I know. And then I dug in. I was like, I looked up other Battlestar Galactica figures, and I saw some newer ones. And the newer version of the Imperious Leader just looks like a one of those insect guys from Attack of the Clones. I think it was Attack of the Clones. Nothing like this. I mean, this is unique. Who designs this stuff? Like crazy. So yeah, Dan, thanks so much for sending that package. I did want to also open up a new figure that I was able to get through Amazon. I know a lot of folks are trying to find this guy right now. And if you watch closely, those of you who are interested in getting Masterverse figures, if you watch Amazon closely, you can find this guy, the Masters of the Universe New Eternia Skeletor, which folks are calling the Barbarian Skeletor, which you can sort of see there. Really sort of reminds me of a Frank Frazetta version of Skeletor, which is awesome. He's got kind of a goatee and stuff. But you can find him at a regular price on Amazon. You just have to keep looking. But I got the trap jaw recently, and I was able to I traded this head for the Origins head. The Origins head here, which I showed on another video, and that really works well. I think that's like a spectacular head on this figure. I might want to, if I can find another Origins trap jaw, I might give it like a black wash to make it look a little bit more detailed. But I wanted to try to see if the Alcala head that came with the Rise of Evil 2-pack would look good on this Barbarian Skeletor. So shall we get it open? Dan, Mark, you still with me? This guy's cool. Dan and Mark, I know that sort of like, I know Dan, sword and sorcery has been on your mind for a long time, I know, and Mark and you and I have been talking about this. Also, folks, those of you who are watching this maybe later on, or a few other people are popping in, Mark B, who's also in the chat, has a podcast called Wake Up Heavy, and he talks about cult movies and horror movies that he's been watching or that he watched as a younger person, and that's an amazing podcast. So I highly recommend you go onto your device, go to your podcast thing, and type in Wake Up Heavy and catch up on all of his episodes, because they're really good. And I'm on one. We talked about The Howling. So anyways, we're opening up this Barbarian Skeletor, this Skeletor from the Masterverse line, the new Eternia Skeletor. And as I mentioned before, he's really, it's like sometimes the world feels like it's reading your mind. And I've been, since Mark and I were talking about sword and sorcery, oh, Mark said I'm on too. That's right. That's right. It's almost like Mattel was listening to us and they came out with this barbarian version of Skeletor. So let's have a look. Guys, looking good. All right, so yeah, I agree, Dan. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is the probably the single most popular version or popular sword and sorcery IP, probably. And it's funny because, as you all know, yeah, Mark, you came in a little bit late. I talked about Dan's YouTube channel. You know, Masters was obviously inspired by Conan the Barbarian. So it's all tied back in. And look at this guy. So just to let you know, the joints on the Masterverse figures are usually pretty tight, but this guy's got a little bit of a loose lower leg here, which is fine. But I love this face. I'm gonna go ahead and take his head off and let's see what it looks like with the Alcala head. Guys, this is, I have to say, this is really awesome. This is really cool. So we've got the Origins head on the trap jaw, which looks better than, in my opinion, better than the Masterverse head. And now we have the Alcala head on the Masterverse Barbarian Skeletor. I think that's just awesome. Yeah, that does it for me. That's so cool. He comes with a sword. Where's the sword? It fell down. Mark, stick around because I got something I'm going to open up here that I found at the store today that made me think of you. So here he is with his sword. Yeah, I agree, Dan. This is better. I mean, you're agreeing with me, but this is so much better. If we put the cape back on him, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's very cool. He comes with another head too, so we can look at that. The other head is pretty awesome. It's like a little bit more traditional Skeletor head. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that skull, the old, what is it, Beazle, the Halloween decor. They had like a flaming skull. This kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Beazle, is that right? Mark, you know. Dan, you probably know too. So let's put this other head on him. That's better. I mean, that's good. It's better than the other one. I mean, the other one's cool too. The other one's cool too. They're all cool. I don't know. What am I talking about? I love Skeletor. He's just an awesome guy. But I think this head is really the best one. So for those of you that are watching this later on, I highly recommend you use the Origins head on Trapjaw, on the Masterverse body. That's just really cool looking. It's a real throwback to the vintage figure a little bit. And then I also recommend that you use the Alcala head on the Barbarian Skeletor body. Yeah, very Frank Frazetta right there. Awesome. I'll have to put some blood on the sword or something. But if we compare him to the vintage Skeletor, this really pushes that nostalgia button for me now. Plus, I'm a huge fan of the mini comics. I mean, I love the Filmation cartoon, but the mini comics, I'm really attached to the mini comics. So this takes me to that place. Dan, people have sort of discovered this, that the parts that you can swap the heads out on the Origins figures and the Masterverse figures. It seems like you can. Yeah, Dan, the comics were the best, and in fact, I'm gonna try and convince you, Dan, to do a video like this with me. We can talk about that mini comic collection book. Yeah, it is cool that you can swap the parts. It's strange. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they did it on purpose because they knew somebody would try to do it. But yeah, the little peg on there is the same size for the Origins heads. Let's try the. I'm going to put there's another Masterverse Skeletor that's the Revelation television, Kevin Smith Revelation television series Skeletor. Let's put that head on him. I don't think it's going to. No, that doesn't really work very well. Let's put Trapjaw's head on him. Oh, that doesn't work at all. In fact, he can't even turn his head. Well, let's put the Origins Trapjaw head on him. Yeah? No. All right, Buzz Off. Let's do Buzz Off's head. I'm getting carried away. Mark's rolling his eyes right now. I kind of love that. Don't worry, that's not the vintage Buzz Off head. That's the snapping the heads off makes you nervous. They're using really good plastic with these figures. So, in fact, a lot of folks have just tried throwing their Origins figures across the room against a wall. But this is pretty great. So there's another package on its way, and when it gets here, I don't think I'm going to do a live video. I might just make a video of it, but I'm really excited about this package. I'm not going to say too much, but it gave me some ideas for future projects. So keep an eye out, folks, for that. And I won't keep you too much longer, but when I was at the store, Mark, who's here tonight, he said, he found these at Target, and I was looking and hadn't found any. And then when I moved some stuff out of the way to grab something else in the toy section and look at it, this was there in the hidden away in the back. It wasn't clearance or anything, but I think someone had stashed it. So we've got this Garbage Pail Kids micro figures mystery can. Who do you think it's going to be, Mark? Who did you get? All right, so let's get it open. So I'm opening up the can here. I opened it up and I saw booklets, and I was like, did they just give me a bunch of booklets? Oh, dang. This is amazing. We've got two Garbage Pail Kids cards, two mini Garbage Pail Kids cards. We got Brainy Janie and Rappin' Ruth. Appropriate, right? Moon Knight. Again, coincidence? Maybe not. Okay. All right, let's see what's in here. All right, we've got it. How's it going? Okay, so we've got guys. Shoot. Mark, help me out with this one. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure it's on this paper here. The little punk rocker with the spray can. Oh man, this was one of my favorites. Look at this. It even comes with, you probably can't see it. The little spray can. Oh, and everybody, you should check out Collecting and Hobbies Maximum channel too. Pretty awesome. Is that what you got? You got the little punker with the spray can? That's awesome. And he comes with a little nuclear meltdown hot sauce, which is probably the same size as the what's the fake product line, Mark, that they brought back recently? So there's two spray cans apparently. There they are. There they are. I found it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I have mixed feelings about super gluing these things, but I think I'm going. Yeah, wacky packages. Thank you. I have mixed feelings about super gluing, but I think I'm gonna have to super glue these, folks. Those are spray cans. They go in the hand. Oh, it's so cool. All right. It's fitting in there. So that's him. That's him spray painting the Melvins on my t-shirt. This is amazing. Yeah, this is very cool. I'm glad that I found him. Finally, like every time we'd go to Target, I'd try and see if there was one there. I didn't expect them to be this small for about $5. That's a lot for a little guy like that. But comes with these little Garbage Pail Kids cards. And so that's it. What do you think? For those of you that are here, there's 5 of you here right now, which is a lot more than I thought would show up today. So I appreciate you coming. What do you think? Should I do another one? I've got this other package coming, and it's probably going to be here on Saturday, is my prediction. It's lost in Sacramento somewhere. FedEx. I have a hard time with FedEx, but I got it from Big Bad Toy Store. I got a really good deal on this thing. If you're hearing me say that, you've been watching my Facebook, you probably know what it is. And should I do another live video for this, guys? Oh, what's my next project? Well, right now I'm finishing up the Fright Zone. So the Fright Zone still needs the serpent creature, and I'm not gonna just go buy. I was thinking like I'll just buy one of those dinosaur puppets that you can find on Amazon. That's sort of like the easy way out. But I'm building the gate right now, and and I'm gonna do another paint finish on it to get it a little greener, because it's a green playset. And I want to make the serpent either be a puppet which I've never made a puppet. I haven't made a puppet since 7th grade, so I'm a little nervous about that. Or a stationary sculpture of the serpent, which I feel pretty confident about doing. I'm into challenging myself to make the puppet. What do you all, for those of you that are here, for the 6 of you that are here, should the Fright Zone serpent be a puppet, or should it be a stationary sculpture? If it's a stationary sculpture, I'll probably be able to get more details. But the puppet idea seems like a novel idea. Like that might be fun. But what do y'all think? Puppet or sculpture? All right, Dan from the Dungeon Dive says puppet. Collecting and Hobbies Maximum says puppet. We just got to get 2 more puppets in there, and that'll be it. Like, for there's 6 of you here. Scott, hey Scott, how's it going, man? Puppet. Scott Baker's here. All right, so puppet, puppet, puppet. Anybody else? Puppet or sculpture? That's all right. That's all right, Scott. I'm glad you popped in. All right, so it's a tie between people saying puppet and people saying nothing. So I think we'll go with puppet. But anyway, Scott, to catch you up, I looked at the Barbarian Skeletor. Notice the head is missing. Barbarian Skeletor's head is great. Both of the heads are great. Here's the other head. Fantastic. However, just as I discovered with the trap jaw, the Origins Alcala head is amazing on this figure. The color is right. I mean, it's a little off, but it's really, really close. Yeah, I'm with you on getting both, but you know, we all got budgets, people. I'm just gonna choose the one that I like the most and display that one. But this is pretty amazing. What do you think, Scott? It works for me. Just like the where'd it go? Just like the Origins head on the Masterverse Trapjaw works for me as well. Very cool. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the serpent creature from the Fright Zone is gonna be a puppet. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna try and do it. It's gonna take me a while because I'll probably make a lot of mistakes. Scott, you agree that looks better? Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah. So that's it. Oh, and the Dungeon Dive, Dan from the Dungeon Dive, he sent me some really cool stuff. I talked about that earlier. These 3 figures he sent in the mail, which is awesome. Figures that I've been thinking about. So yeah, right, Scott, I'm glad you agree too. This is an upgrade on Skeletor and definitely an upgrade on Trapjaw. I might opt to get the Rise of Evil 2-packs on sale, I think, right now. So maybe I'll grab another one of those. I don't know. Because I really like the way he looks. The Rise of Evil Origins Skeletor looks, he's probably my favorite, or he is my favorite Origins Skeletor for sure so far. But yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen the Barbarian Skeletor in the store yet. I mentioned earlier that I'd been watching Amazon for like the secondary sellers on Amazon. Is that what we call them? Selling this for normal price, $19.99, and I found it. It was available for like a minute, and then it was unavailable again. I got real lucky, but I'd missed it like 3 times previous. So don't spend the extra money on this guy. I'm sure he'll be showing up in stores soon, but I really like him. I love the design. We talked about it earlier. Definitely sort of a Frank Frazetta version of this character. To be honest with you, if the movie that they're working on is something is has a little bit more of a realistic barbarian feel to it, that'll make me really happy because I prefer the mini comics. I know that might frustrate some people. I love the Filmation cartoon, but I really love the aesthetics of the mini comics. I think I saw them for $14.99 or something a little while back, a few days ago, maybe. Check the Target app. I check the Target app on a daily basis to see what the sale prices are. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. Yeah, good stuff, people. I really appreciate all of you showing up. And Mark, Dan, thanks for being here right off the bat. Everybody go check out Mark Begley's Wake Up Heavy podcast. He's here tonight. His podcast, he talks about cult and horror movies and other movies too. He just talks about movies, and it's a great podcast, really awesome. And then Dan Davis, who's here, he's from the Dungeon Dive YouTube channel. And if you're interested in gaming, or if you're just interested in anything, he creates spectacular videos, informative videos on his YouTube channel. So follow that podcast, Wake Up Heavy. Subscribe to the Dungeon Dive channel here on YouTube. And I really appreciate you all being here. Let's do this again. Since I got, it's fluctuated, we got 6 people in here. I think I'm going to do another live when I get that other package. So maybe a live this weekend. Who knows what else we might find out there. So thanks for being here. Thanks for coming to the Skele Vader channel. Tell your friends about Skele Vader. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe to all the videos and subscribe to the channel. So Scott said that the 2-pack is $17.39 online right now. Get that Rise of Evil 2-pack. It was high up and it was expensive for a while there, and it's no longer expensive. Get it, and then get the Barbarian Skeletor and put the Rise of Evil Alcala head on the Barbarian Skeletor and the Origins head on the Trapjaw. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye.